In this video I'm going to show you all about the linked double crochet. This top is worked in linked double crochet and it gives a really nice texture. What I love about it is that it gives a more dense result than only double crochets. But you still have the height, so it works up quite quickly. I'm using it in this pattern for this top, but also in a sweater, and this is with wool, so it also gives a really nice result over here. So how do we do a linked double crochet? So the linked double crochet is just like as the word already says, that the double crochets are linked with each other. So a normal double crochet you would yarn over and insert into your next stitch and making a double crochet. But now you see that there's a hole between these two stitches. With a linked double crochet you see that there's in between the stitches there is a link. So that's why they are called linked double crochets. Well, how do we do this? Over here I'm going to pull out my hook. You see the base, the start of the stitch, and which has two legs, a right and left leg. So for the linked double crochet you don't yarn over, but you will insert your hook in this left leg. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to insert into this left leg, yarn over, pulling up a loop. Now I'm going to insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and now we're just going to do like this is a normal double crochet. So yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and that's the linked double crochet. In this pattern I'm going to work in the round, and this is my seam over here. So as you can see, it's almost invisible, which I really like to do. And to make this I'm using false stitches, and the false stitch is nothing more than that I'm going to split up this stitch into a base, which is here, this, which almost looks like a single crochet with some kind of chain on top of it, and the top of the stitch that you will see when you look from above is just this V, which is almost the same for every other stitch. So the top and the base. So now I'm going to show you how to work in the round with closing rounds. So now I'm going to show you how we work the linked double crochet in the round while closing each round. So I work with false stitches, which means that a stitch, I will divide a stitch in two, into a base and a top. The top of a stitch, of this false stitch, is always a slip stitch that I do not pull tight. So I just closed my previous round, and behind my hook here, this is my slip stitch that I closed my round with. And as you can see, it just looks like the top of any other stitch. So I'm turning without making a turning chain, and directly into the slip stitch of my previous round I'm going to make a single crochet. How I'm getting my yarn at the back here I will show you later when we will close this round. So for now, single crochet into the slip stitch of the previous round, and to add a bit of length, because it's a double crochet, we will add one chain. Now we can make a linked double crochet in the next stitch by just inserting into the left vertical thread here, the left leg of this single crochet. I hope you can see here. So this is the left leg of my single crochet, so I'm just going to insert pull up a loop in my next stitch, and then I'm just making a double crochet. So pull through 2 and pull through 2. So that's my linked double crochet, and now I can just continue like this, and then I will show you when I'm back at the start how we will close this round. Just keep in mind that we started with the single crochet with chain 1, and this one over here is my first linked double crochet. You can even I will mark it, because especially when you are trying this for the first time, this might be really easy to see in which stitch you need to make your slip stitch when closing a round. So this is my first linked double crochet. So I will see you back at the end to close this round. So now I'm almost back at the start. I just need 2 more stitches. So 2 more linked double crochets. And now I've worked every stitch. And now we are going to close the round, and we are going to make a slip stitch into the first linked double crochet, which is the one I marked. Normally I would just insert from front to back and pulling up a loop, but I recently also discovered that you can do that in a different way, which makes the turning and easier, and picking up the yarn a bit more, a bit nicer. So we need to make a slip stitch into this stitch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my yarn to the front, or my hook to the back, just how you want to see it. So my yarn is before my hook. I'm going to insert through this stitch from back to front. So not from front to back, but back to front. And now I'm going to pull up a loop with my yarn and pulling it through the loop on my hook. And now we have closed the round. So this is my way of closing a linked double crochet round and making a false stitch. So now we can just turn to the right side for me and continue on this side. And now my yarn is already at the back, and this again is my slip stitch that I closed my round with, so I need to insert directly into the slip stitch and making my single crochet plus chain 1. And now I'm going to continue my linked double crochets. So this is what the seam will look like. So you will always see a bit of a seam, but I'm always trying to make it as seamless as possible. So next topic is how to decrease in linked double crochet. I also wanted to show you how to crochet 2 linked half double crochets together. So I'm going to crochet these 2 stitches together. So we will start with inserting into the left leg of my linked double crochet, and I'm going to pull up a loop. I'm going to pull up a loop in my next stitch, and now I'm not going to finish my double crochet. I'm only going to pull through 2, and now I have 2 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to insert my hook into the left leg of this single crochet. So I'm over here, pulling up a loop, pulling up a loop in my next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, and now I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3 the loops and now I've crocheted 2 together, and as you can see you still have this nice characteristic of the linked double crochet. So this is a nice way to crochet them together. I hope all info was clear, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.